How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 70 of our West Ham United career mode, and we are talking about arguably the biggest episode of this career mode so far. It's not often that you have Tottenham Hotspur lined up in a career mode episode here as West Ham United. Obviously, huge rival for us in the Premier League, our biggest rival in the Prem, honestly. And they don't even matter. I mean, we're playing Barcelona in this episode at the Camp Nou. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We got one eye on that, surely, despite the Tottenham match coming up first. We do have Reece Oxford comes to us and says, you know, I'd like a bit more money. He's only making $5 grand a week, which is really on the low end of our scale, and he's finally getting a significant amount of game time, so we will give him that. We do have a couple of international friendlies with the United States national team as well, so we simulate those. If you're interested, you can see Bale scores for Wales against the United States. Speaking of the United States, tough loss we took on against Argentina. Obviously, Messi's just other class. That free kick he put in, my word, if you haven't seen it, Google it, go back and watch it. It's just ridiculous. But Reece has accepted his contract offer. Ogbonna is actually going to be out for this match because he's picked up a knock on international duty. So we come out in our 4-2-3-1. You know, we're missing some strikers here. Lacazette just back from injury. Rondon's coming back off an injury. Dybala, of course, is out for pretty much the entire season, so we really only have a couple of fit strikers right now. Masana's available on the bench against a Tottenham Hotspur side that's, you know, very, very solid. Taking them on here at White Hart Lane, and let's see what we can do here. They're in 12th right now because they're focusing on, they have Europa League football as well. They're doing well in that. And we'll talk about that in a few episodes' time. But we are the top scoring team in the Premier League right now. We're the top defensive team as well. So, I mean, we are in tip-top form right now. Hopefully that will result in us continuing our storm up to the top of the Barclays Premier League table against a tough Tottenham side. Eriksen, Kane, Son, Lamela, a ton of attacking talent that we are going to have to watch out for, no doubt about it. But for our lineup, I mean, we're coming out in this 4-2-3-1. Lacazette is back up top. What can he do for us? Butland in goal. Vanderveer, Brooks, Oxford, and Cresswell across the back line. Pjanic and Marky Nobes in the center of the park. Teo, Correa, Lanzini in the midfield trio supporting Lacazette, and we'll look to see what he can do. But we start things off here. We win a free kick in the 8th minute with Aaron Cresswell. Decides to step over. We know he's got a great left foot. It's off the bar. Teo comes forward. He actually had won that free kick, which we saw just before the highlight, and he puts the ball in the back of net. We've got a 1-0 lead already. Aaron Cresswell whips in a delicious free kick. Nearly beats Michel Vorm all on his own. He's unlucky to not score. Comes off the post. Teo takes 2 touches, and he just dives forward and boshes it in with his head. You know, we talked about Teo versus Cresswell's hair last season. I remember we had a comments war about who has the better hair, who uses more product in their hair. But Teo, he's not worried about messing up his due there. He decides, get my Barnett on the ball, put it in the back of the net. And Tottenham with a free kick of their own in the 25th minute, with Eriksen trying to combat Aaron Cresswell's free kick. But luckily for us, it goes straight at Butland. He's able to beat it away with his big hands. Great save from Jack to keep us 1-0 up. But we come forward now in the 30th minute. Pjanic finds Lanzini through to Lacazette. This is time. Can he score? It's deflected over and goes out for a corner, which we will not be able to do anything from. But then minutes later, Carrillo hits Tottenham on the counterattack. He comes forward, decides to do a little ball roll to get past Danny Rose, and it's in the back of the net. 2-0 for West Ham United in the 39th minute. Andre Carrillo comes forward on the counterattack. He had Lacazette joining him, but he decides, you know what, I'm just going to go it alone. Lovely ball roll leaves Danny Rose for dead, and it's a cultured, composed finish to put the ball in the far corner and give us a 2-0 advantage. Double our pleasure, and just like that, we're starting to run away with it. But we aren't going to be, done there. Lanzini plays Pjanic through, who finds Lacazette in the 41st minute. Another chance for Alexander, but straight down the throat of Michel Vorm, unfortunately. In the 46th minute, though, Teo on the ball. Loops over the top to Manuel Lanzini, who's trying to hold off Jan Vertonghen. He does beat the Belgian to the ball. Does the little Argentine. Does very well. Looks inside. Vanderveer! He's hit it with absolute power. That is a thunderbolt into the top corner. 3-0. It's happening again. It's happening again. 3-0. It's happening again. What a performance here. We love a cheeky victory at White Hart Lane. There's no doubt about it. And Gregory Vanderveer with an exclamation mark on that. What a strike. That is in slow-mo how hard he hits that. It's an unbelievable finish from the right back who continued his run, joined up with the attack, and he loves scoring one banger every season. Of course, he scored last year, and now he's got another thunderbolt into the top corner. We're up 3-0. But Aaron Cresswell trying to create yet another chance, plays the ball forward to Teo. He flicks onto the feet of Lacazette, who's able to get inside of Danny Rose and look to create a chance. He's coming forward for Tonga Chelsea, whips it in, and Teo's there on hand to score his second of the match, and it's 4-0, and it's an absolute rout. We are a juggernaut right now. You want to talk about scoring goals for absolute fun. Lovely play. I mean, it's a bit direct. Cresswell just plays the long ball up to Teo. He continues his run. We're talking about continuing our runs. Teo continues this. It's a fantastic triple tap cross in from Lacazette. And Teo with the simplest of finishes to beat Michel Vorm. He's got absolutely no chance. Second of the match and in the Premier League this season for Teo. He has been just unbelievable. Can't say enough about letting him get into that starting lineup. He's made so much of an impact, either coming off the bench or from the starting lineup, that he's been so good. We nearly get a fifth as Pjanic takes a lovely free kick. We know he's got 85, 86 for every free kick stat. Unfortunately, he's not able to score. Carrillo can say the same thing in the 64th minute. He's not able to score as well. And Tottenham looking for a bit of late consolation. Harry Kane does so well to dance through a very aggressive John Anthony Brooks. Chadley skips around Cresswell, and that's a fantastic finish from the substitute. He's come on, does draw one back for Tottenham Hotspur. They're only 3 down now with 20 minutes to go. So comeback unlikely, but it's a really good finish from Chadley on his strong left foot. Beats Jack Butland, unfortunately, and does score the goal. So Tottenham back in the match just for now. But can we put it out of reach once again? Andre Cree in the 71st minute. Lovely skill to dance around 2 defenders. Great ball roll. Finds Masson. He's looking to lay it off. Kiyate with a strike. And Michel Vorm goes full extension to keep out the Senegalese midfielder's chance. Brooks now on the chance. Just minutes later finds Lanzini. He looks to Massana, skipping around. Finds Teo out wide. We know how dangerous he can be with his pace, but he finds Massana. Can he score? No, Massana can't beat Michel Vorm. Lovely save by the Dutchman, you have to say, as our youngster would have expected to score yet another goal. I think he's already got 4 in the Prem this season. Lanzini looking for a goal, as he's been in really good form here in this particular matchup's done well pulling the strings in that cam roll. Heung-min Son, though, with another consolation goal for Tottenham. They pull back and have our lead. It's gone now from 4-0 to 4-2. He's gone through on the counter-attack, and it is a really nice finish, you have to say. Eriksson lays him through with a great pass. Butland comes away to take the angle, but unfortunately he's not able to get a piece of the ball, and that's a fantastic finish. But would that be all? No, it would not. Van der Veer with a great ball out wide to Michail Antonio. He finds Andre Carrillo, and he smashed one into the top corner. He's absolutely put his laces through it. He must have a steel pendulum attached to his leg, because he's come through that with so much power. Great ball, lovely switch of play to Van der Veer. Puts it right on a plate for Antonio, who all he has to do is lay Carrillo through, and he swings his foot through that like an absolute behemoth. Great finish from Carrillo. Michel Vorm with nothing. He can do 5 goals to his tally. He's been absolutely embarrassed by this onslaught that we've, really unleashed on them. Carrillo with a goal. Both of our wingers each with a pair of goals. Carrillo with 2, Teo with 2, and that would be all she wrote. Huge 3 points. Man of the match for me. Andre Carrillo was sublime. 2 Moose's my hammer points are going to go to Christian Teo, who it was so tough to decide between the 2 of them, but I had to pick one. Carrillo, man of the match, gets 3. Teo gets 2, and 1 Moose's my hammer point to Gregory Van der Veer. But what a performance overall. Possession fairly even, but we had chances left, right, and center. I mean, the ratings don't really give us credit, because I think the couple of goals Tottenham hit us with, did down with those. But Lanzini with an assist, Antonio with an assist, Van der Veer with an assist. So we're spreading that out as well. We did so well to come away with a big victory. But it's not even that big of a deal, because we've had one eye in the future, because we are taking on Barcelona away at the Camp Nou in the Champions League. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. And I mean, you want to talk about an intimidating sight. Look at that logo. The Camp Nou is absolutely massive. This is for the battle to who's going to lead the group. We're joint top of the group right now with Barcelona. And of course, their man to watch, that man, Lionel Messi, the best player in the world. He's 30 years of age now in the game, and he's still the top-rated player. He's unbelievable. I think he's 95 overall or something ridiculous. Look at him. He's just a fantastic player. And like I said, if you haven't seen his goal that he scored against the United States, the free kick, Go back and watch it. Do yourself some justice because it's unreal. But Rondon, you can see, is in the starting line for us. He's going to be a player to watch. But look at that Barcelona line. They have the MSN up front, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, Iniesta, Busquets, Rakitic. I mean, it's the same team, but they brought in Hummels as well for PK. So, oh, I mean, what can you say? Their team is absolutely stacked. We're bringing out Lanzini and Cam, Rondon and Lacazette. Rondon showing what he can do. This is why we brought him in. Sergi Roberto, the Barcelona reject. Dyer in holding midfield. Pjanic. So I'm pretty happy with the team we're throwing out, and hopefully we can do a job as well. Look at Luis Suarez. I mean, what a player. Sergi Roberto, of course, against his former club. I told Sergi before the match, this is the team that rejected you. They let you leave. Make them pay for it. But Barcelona will be the ones looking to make us pay early on. The passing they have is just top quality. Busquets decides to hit one from range after being laid through by Messi, but Butland with an early save, and that's what we're going to need from him throughout this entire match if we're looking to even be in it whatsoever. And he makes a second save on Iniesta, who's got the pass from Rakitic, and Barcelona just coming as from all angles. But we get our first chance of the match here finally in the 18th minute. Couple lovely passes. See Sergio Roberto go through on goals. He skips around Dani Alves, decides to strike, and Bravo makes a really good save. Unfortunate for the luscious-headed wonder that is Sergi Roberto, not able to get a goal. But Van der Wiel now link up with Miralem Pjanic, finds Rondon. He plays Van der Wiel through. He's found himself all on the right-hand side. Can he put in a ball? Looking for Lanzini! And we've scored in the 22nd minute. West Ham United pull a shock lead from under the rug of FC Barcelona. What about that? The fans up in the top tier are going absolutely mental. The scenes right now in Barcelona. Van der Wiel whips it in. Lanzini somehow rises above the former West Ham man Mascherano and is able to put the ball past Bravo. It's a perfect header because he puts it back the other way, loops it over the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do about it. It's in the back of the net. What a turn of events. Barcelona have about 75% possession right now, and yet West Ham United have the 1-0 lead. But will they be able to hold it? That will be the question. Early doors here. Pjanic with a bit of a lax ball finds Messi here on the other side. He looks to strike one from range, about 25 yards out, and Butland forced into another really good save. Suarez now on the ball. He finds Neymar. We know what kind of skill the Brazilian has. Little silky samba skills to leave Van der Wiel for dead. Gets past Ogbon, but Butland stands tall and makes yet another save. What a performance from the England keeper, but an unlucky giveaway finds the ball at the feet of Rakitic. He strikes it off the post. Alves now forces a great save out of Butland, but Suarez, it goes right to his head. He's on hand. It literally goes to his head as he's in midair. It's unbelievable, but it's a great finish from Luis Suarez. We know what kind of poaching talent he has to find goals, and he puts a header into an empty net. Nothing Butland could do. Ogbon is beaten to the ball, and Barcelona have found their equalizer. And then we're only 34 or so minutes in. If they're playing like this in the first 30 minutes, we're only wondering, please don't let them score anymore. Please. Just with the performance they are putting in right now. But Suarez scores his second in the Champions League in 3 matches. But what can we do? We come the other way here with Eric Dyer. He plays the ball into Lanzini, turns on the ball, finds Sergi Roberto in the second chance for the former Barcelona man, but Bravo knows him inside and out. Cresswell, though, you want to talk about inside and out. You know what's inside his pocket? Lionel Messi. What a tackle from Cresswell, and he starts a counterattack with Dyer. Finds Manuel Lanzini, lays it into the center of the park to Lacazette. We're playing it on the floor delightfully right now. Roberto lays Rondon through. Is this the moment? Rondon! What a strike! Outside of the boot from the former West Brom and CSKA Moscow and wherever else he's played, man. It's a lovely finish from Rondon. Unbelievable from the Venezuelan. Outside of the right boot. Puts it around Bravo. Nothing he could do. Look at the curl on that strike. Lovely finish. And we've snatched victory possibly from the jaws of defeat. What a play by Rondon. I mean, what a strike that is. And Messi with the giveaway at the other end, he's not happy whatsoever. But Solomon Rondon showing why we picked him up, because he has that kind of culture in his locker. But Jordi Alba now finds Suarez. The first shot blocked, second one attempted, and Jack Butland is on another planet right now. What a save from the keeper to keep out Suarez from point-blank range. Barcelona on the second half. Another chance here. Suarez not able to get the head on it, but it comes back to Messi, who strikes it on the volley. And it's saved by Butland with some strong hands. Yet again, he's able to corral it like he's got stickum on his gloves. But Lacazette goes through in the 62nd minute. This is a chance to really put things in grasp for us, but Bravo with a simple save to keep out our top striker. Suarez and Messi link up yet again. That MSN trio has just been deadly tonight. Messi with a good strike from range, but on his weaker foot, and Butland corrals it. Alba now with the ball. We are going fast and furious chances right now. Busquets from range, blocked again. Brooks blocks it away as far as Messi at the touchline, or at the end line, lays it off to Rakitic. His shot from range is saved by Butland, who corrals it yet again. But Barcelona are like a never-ending horde of attackers right now. They're like, if you're watching Lord of the Rings, they're the orcs. They never seem to end, and Rakitic strikes one off the post. We're like Frodo with the ring. We want to get to the end, the fires of Mount Doom, and put out this Barcelona fire. And this could do it if Lacazette's able to score. No, he can't put it away. It's unfortunate. Our striker's giving away a great chance. Rondon now dances inside. He lays Lanzini through. This is the moment. Lanzini, but he doesn't get the power on it. And Bravo makes the save. And we're just fighting off the legions of orcs right now. We got Aragorn battling him off. Jack Butland's Aragorn. I mean, if we're going to make that comparison, because he has led us to an unbelievable and unlikely victory for West Ham United. The final chances for Barcelona go awry. They threw everything at us and they couldn't score. And we do come away with the victory on the back of that Rondon. I mean, it's a wonder strike is what it is. Outside the boot. Bottom corner, lovely goal. Man of the match, though, we all know who it is for keeping that man off the score sheet. It's Jack Butland. He put in the shift of his life, and he's getting 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points and 3 points in our Champions League group to show for it. We go top of the group. It's absolutely unbelievable. I never would have guessed it. Top of the group. And look at Barcelona, 12 shots to our 5, 56% possession. They deserve to win, but we're going to take it all the same. 2 Moose's Mighty Hammer points actually go to Manuel Lanzini. Scored our first goal, and I thought he played fantastically. 1 Moose's Mighty Hammer point is going to go to Sergi Roberto as well, who I thought was a masterclass in the center of the park. Roberto, I thought, played well. Dyer played well. Cresswell, I thought, played well. Our whole defense played really well in just trying to limit the chances of Barcelona, but Jackie Butland, man of the match. Yeah, I think he had 18 saves or something ridiculous. Go back and look. I showed it there on the screen, but he was unreal. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Let me know what you thought of the matches against Tottenham and Barcelona, how you feel about these victories, and how Butland played. As always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you in episode 71, guys. As always, take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.